declined comment thus far. A pro golfer from Sweden, though, says he regrets introducing Tiger Woods to his future wife, Elin Nordegren. Before she was a model, Elin was a nanny for the family of Jesper Parnevik. He introduced her to the American golf sensation during the 2001 British Open.
I feel a little bit sorry for Elin since me and my wife were at fault hooking her up with him, and we just probably thought he was a better guy than he is then, and I would probably just have to apologize to her and hope she uses a driver next time and then a 3-iron.
Ouch. Parnevik says of Woods, quote, "We probably thought he was a better guy than he is." All righty, let's move on here. We have this just White House, where he's talking to labor and business leaders. Now, at the moment, the unemployment rate is 10.2%. That's the highest it's been since 1983. Today's summit comes as the weekly jobless numbers unexpectedly dropped. The Labor Department says newly laid-off workers filing for jobless benefits fell by 5,000 last week to 457,000, and that's the 5th straight week that they've dropped. Well, angels protecting innocent animals. What could be wrong with that, right? Nothing, say some Catholics, until PETA gets involved. All righty, a lot of you are already commenting on our Facebook pages, and Rochelle Carey is kind of heading this up right now, so I see them every point coming in.
Yes.
You know, you hear it and it makes sense no matter which way you look at it.
Exactly, and the picture gets your attention as well.
It certainly does.
Totally, doesn't it though, Christy? All right, we're asking, is this PETA ad effective in sending a message about breeding, or do you find this picture, not necessarily the nudity, but using the cross to cover up the nudity? Do you think that that is insensitive, offensive to Christians, and perhaps unnecessarily so? Well, earlier, Brad in Texas, a few minutes ago.
I know. I'm sure people noticed I was not the model in the picture, so no problems there. That is one beautiful woman. I have to say, on my Facebook page, Richard wrote, "It looks like the cover of a couple thousand different heavy metal CDs. No big deal."
Oh, it kind of does, actually.
I never thought of it, and he pointed out and said, well, kind of it does, but
some people
obviously there's a message.
That too, right?
Yeah, there's a message behind this one, so that's, yeah. Hey, thank you so much, Rochelle.
You bet, Christy.
Sure.
Lost on my lips, a man on my hips, and me tighter in my dairy on jeans.
All righty, she has enough Grammy nominations for herself and her alter ego, Sasha Fierce. Beyonce's nominated for 10 Grammys, including Album of the Year and Song of the Year for Single Ladies. Country sensation Taylor Swift grabbed 8 nominations, including Album of the Year for her CD, Fearless. Congratulations to both of them. Okay, it's called sexting. Teens sending pictures of themselves naked to their friends. It's a lot more common than you might think here. The shocking percentage of kids who say, yeah, I've done it.
It's what doctors recommend most for...
Well, the Senate has just cast its first health care vote, adopting a measure to safeguard preventative tests for women, including coverage of mammograms and preventative screening tests for women under any health care overhaul legislation. Now, the vote was 61-39 in favor of the amendment to allow the Health and Human Services Secretary to require insurers to cover preventative health screenings free of charge. Comes after a government advisory panel's recent recommendation, remember, that routine mammograms are not needed for women in their 40s. New tips are coming in the search for the suspect in the Thanksgiving Day family massacre. A man matching the description of Paul Mayerige was spotted last night near a Miami condominium and hotel. Now, his aunt and uncle reportedly live in that building, but the search ended early this morning without his capture. New surveillance photos show him using an ATM before the massacre. He's accused of killing his 79-year-old aunt, his twin sisters, one who was pregnant, by the way, and a 6-year-old little girl, his cousin. There could be a verdict in the Amanda Knox murder trial as early as tomorrow. She's the American college student, of course, accused in the 2007 murder of her roommate in Italy. Now, her parents say they're confident she'll be found not guilty, and they say they're eager to bring her home. In an interview on CBS's The Early Show this morning, Knox's mother described why the defense attorney got emotional during his closing arguments, which then made her tear up, too.
At the end of it, when he was asking for his official, at the end they have to request that she be acquitted, he choked up and teared up. It was a very touching moment. I mean, he adores Amanda and sees her as almost a daughter, and so, it was just a very touching moment.
Knox's ex-boyfriend, whose life also hangs in the balance here, made an emotional plea to the jury today. He's quoted as telling them, "I am asking you to save my life." All right, check out surveillance video of a 72-year-old Walmart greeter, being knocked to the ground. That's what you see in that video. This is after a guy walks up and punches him in the face. Not only was it caught on the camera, but there were plenty of witnesses.
But they were all pointing to the car. Everybody's pointing to the car. Like, that guy there, he hit him, and I guess we were in the right place at the right time. Thank God. Because this guy he has a lot of facial injuries.
Police did arrest 55-year-old Paul Washington. They say he told them the greeter bumped into him. He's charged with assault and public drunkenness. Hey, say goodbye to the iconic Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah, VW will only make 3,000 more of the cute little bugs, and only in light blue, mind you. The last batch goes on sale in the spring. The latest version of the Beetle came out in 1998, and VW says by 2011 it will be replaced by something Beetle-ish. Whatever that means. We'll see. President Obama will light the national Christmas tree tonight, but this year security will be checking its guest list at least twice. Not